Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my December faves and flops, so let's just jump in. I'm going to start with flops because I only have like one. So my flop for the month is, well, I have two, but I don't have the package with me anymore, so maybe I'll get a picture up here. The first one is the Equate Beauty nighttime soothing wipes, and if you guys listened to my video a couple days ago, I told you that I bought those on a recommendation from a friend, and I will never purchase them again. I'm not going to go super into them this time because I just did go into them a bunch, but they burned my eyes. They say that they are alcohol free. I don't know that I believe that. I mean, we have to believe it because it is on the paper or on the packaging, but they burned my eyes so bad. It made my skin so dry. So that is my number one fail for this month. My second fail for this month is in the spirit of trying drugstore things and trying new things. I tried this CoverGirl Professional Brow and Eye Makers pencil in soft brown, and it just is a little tiny pencil. But this literally, I mean, can you guys see that? There's hardly any color that comes off of there. This is more like wax than it is anything else, and when you're using like a pencil, you expect it to not only apply color, but also, like, you know, make your brows stick down. And like, I just don't see that. This isn't even, like, I even tried sharpening it to see if maybe like that first layer of pencil was bad. The whole pencil is awful. So CoverGirl does some really great things, but this eyebrow pencil, not one of them. My next favorite is actually a facial spray. It is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. So I just have the little tiny guy, but I pop this in my purse and throughout the day, like, mist myself off, and it is just so refreshing. It feels so refreshing on your face. It's cooling. The cucumber smell is like really pleasant, and it's a really nice facial spray to put into your purse and use throughout the day so that you're not carrying around, you know, your big setting spray or whatever. This is really nice, and the mist is not bad. The mist is really not bad. It's this wide mist range, so it hits your whole face. I don't feel like I have to use 10 spritz to get it all over. Amazing facial spray. If you guys are in the market for just on the go in your purse facial spray, try that one. My next one is, this is my favorite blush formula, and it is this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush. And the one I have been using the most this month is this Feisty. And sorry guys, the sun is coming in, so it's putting a different light on these guys. But this is just kind of like this brick red color. It's got a really great tone. Can you guys see that? I'm so sorry. You guys see that color? It's actually what I've got on my face today. I think I'm going to put this in my project pan for 2018 because I don't know if you guys can tell, I use this all the time. I've had it for all year, and this guy is getting pretty worn. Like, he is got quite a little bit of a dent in there, and you can't see any of the stamp that they put on top of their Amazonian Clay blushes. You can't see that anymore. I mean, just roughly right around the edges, but that is it. So I think I'm going to put him in my project pan. I do have a ton of Tarte blushes, but they're all like this deluxe sample size, which I think is perfect, honestly. Like I said, I've had this guy for about a year and haven't went through it yet, so perfect size. I have a couple mascaras on the favorite list. This one I think has been in the favorites before. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and this one is the waterproof. This reminds me so much of Better Than Sex. It's not even funny and has a much better name. And I don't know. I think that it is definitely a better price range. The wand looks just like the Better Than Sex wand. The packaging even looks just like the Better Than Sex packaging. It is an amazing, amazing mascara, and I believe that it is also in my best of 2017. So in the spirit of figuring out what I loved and loved most out of my makeup for that video, I brought back out that mascara and have been using it quite frequently and remembered how much I love it. And that mascara paired with my brand new Tarte Lash Paint is fantastic. It's actually what I'm wearing today. I feel like this one is a lot like the Benefit They're Real, and that's what its wand looks like. It reminds me a lot of the Benefit They're Real because the wand is a lot like that mascara's wand, and it does with my lashes like that mascara does. It's very separating and makes them very like pokey, but this one makes them full. And so between this one and this one, like, I feel like my lashes are just on par. They are the best lash I can get out of my lashes when I use these two together. I'm dropping everything, y'all. Another favorite I have, I'm sure that you guys know this, but this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have had several people tell me how much they hate this foundation, and for me, I'm like, why? I don't get it. I mean, I do. I get it. For some people, it's not an amazing foundation. I've heard that it's for, you know, made especially for oily people. I am a very dry person, and I love this foundation. It sits on my skin really well. It does not cling to the dry patches on my skin. It's got a 14-hour wear. It is an oil controlling, mattifying, obviously, foundation. I don't need it for oil control. I do prefer a mattifying foundation to one that is illuminating or dewy, just because I don't like to look oily. So I chose to try this one, even though it said it was for my oily brothers and sisters out there, and I fell in love with it. And I have used it every single day since I purchased it. It has become the only foundation that I have been wearing, and because of that, I have a couple foundations in my project pan for 2018, and I even have a backup because this guy is so almost gone. But I feel like you get, with the pump, you get the perfect amount that you need. It is the perfect match to my skin tone, and they have multiple different, they have quite a range of colors for you to choose from in this, which I think is fabulous. Of this line, this is the only item that I absolutely fell in love with. So I will continue to buy this foundation as long as they keep it in stock. I will continue to use this, and it will probably be a favorite every single month. My next favorites are these that I got in a TJ Maxx haul. They are the Cargo Cosmetics Swimmables eyeliners, and I only have two of them to show you right now because my brown one is on the floor over there where I dropped it, and my blue one is still over there in my eyeliner drawer. But these guys are pretty freaking fabulous. Look how black that black is, and that purple is just beautiful. So what I have found that I am using these for the most is putting them on my lower lash line and then smudging them out. They stay forever, and they're so pigmented that I don't have to layer another color on top of them if I don't want to. And they smudge really well. I mean, they smudge really well. But once you get them in place and have them how you want them, as soon as you put your setting spray on, they're there. Bam, they're there forever. And you don't have to worry about them anymore. These are some amazing pencils, and I honestly prefer them to the Urban Decay 24/7. The next item I have for you is this deluxe sample of this It Cosmetics Brow Yeah, Brow Power. So on one end of this is a spoolie, and on the other end is, of course, the pencil. And I am almost out of this brow pencil. But this is a pretty, it's in a universal color. So this is called Universal Taupe, and it is the only color it comes in, I believe, and it is supposed to be good for everybody. My brows are kind of a medium brown, and this goes with them. This goes with them really well. Today I actually used my Auburn Brow Wiz and then put this on top of it just to make it a little less red, and it worked really well. I am a fan of the spoolie, and I am a super big fan of, even though this pencil is not super like thin like the Brow Wiz, I actually think I prefer it more than the Brow Wiz because it carries more area to it. So the geography for this pencil versus the Brow Wiz pencil is a lot broader, so it's harder to make a mistake with it, and it's a universal color, and I have found that that is true. My daughter has super dark eyebrows, and I used this pencil in addition to the one that I just showed you as a fail in her eyebrows the other day because she's done a lot of damage to her eyebrows lately. And that one failed me, and this one did pretty good. I was super stoked. The one thing I was worried about was brow pencils is a product that I promised myself I was not going to spend a whole lot of money on. Typically, I use, like, since I started using brow pencils, I use a drugstore option. So one that's probably like $6.99 or $7.99. Once in a blue moon, I spend money on one. I spent $24 on the Goof Proof by Benefit that I hated and ended up giving to my daughter, which is part of the reason why I decided that that was not what I was going to spend my money on. And then I spent $21 on the Brow Wiz, which I also am not a fan of. I mean, I do like it, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a super fan of the Brow Wiz. So I was worried because this guy I've been babying him. He is almost gone, and the leaded part, the makeup part, keeps falling out. Keeps getting stuck in the lid, keeps falling out of here, and there's just not much left. I mean, literally, there's that. That is all that is left. So I was really, really sad because that meant either my Brow Wiz and we were going to have to part ways, or I was going to have to spend $20-something on a brow pencil that I really like. And I love the MAC Lingering as well, so it was kind of back and forth between the two. I didn't know who was going to get my money, but spoiler alert, if you guys are a BoxyCharm person and do not want to watch this, skip ahead about 3 seconds. This is coming in next month's Boxy. This month's Boxy. So excited. So, there we go. My next favorite is this Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray, and this I got in my BoxyCharm. It looks like this. I am a fan. So, because I use a mattifying foundation, it would be smart to use an illuminating setting spray, right? Well, I hadn't done that ever before and didn't think anything of using my all-nighter setting spray, which I still love and adore. It is my ride or die. And then I tried this, who changed my feelings about illuminating setting spray. Initially, I didn't like it. Initially, I thought, oh my god, I look like I am plastering myself in glitter. This is not good. I love this setting spray. I think it is an amazing setting spray. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I got this at Target, not at Target, at TJ Maxx, because it's the old packaging. This is old packaging as opposed to the new packaging. So they were selling it at TJ Maxx at a heavily discounted price because of old packaging. Well, I don't care if it has old packaging. So I purchased it. And this is the Shade and Light Contour Palette, and it has the, 3 different lights and 3 different shades. And these can be used as both, you know, eyeshadows and contour, bronzer, whatever. This guy I have used every single day. I have used this dark shade, which is pretty phenomenal, every day, trying to learn how to contour. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Sometimes I get it on a little heavy, but this shade is my favorite for just going through and bronzing, and this shade is my favorite for doing a matte highlighter, and also using on this one for using on my eyes as a setting powder over the top of my eye primer. I love this palette. I have used it every single day since I purchased it. You can't go wrong with this contour palette if you're gonna buy a contour palette. Even if you don't contour, this is an amazing palette for even just bronzing shades. Oh my god, everything just fell off my table. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and I think this was in my last month's actually as well, but I'm putting it in this one again because I have been using this palette like crazy, and even though it doesn't look like it, like I dip into this palette almost daily, and it is this Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Like, I know you guys are probably sick of this, so I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot, but I love this palette. Like, I never thought that I would say that about any palette as much as I've said it about this one. And I'm not a huge Morphe, or I mean, not Morphe. This is the only Morphe palette I own, but I'm not a huge Jaclyn Hill fan. So I wasn't even going to get the palette. But I did, and I love it, and I love that it's got all the colors on the back, and I've done a couple tutorials with it, and I just love the palette. So that is it for my fails and faves and flops. Faves and flops. That's it for my faves and flops. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for clicking on my video and sharing a little bit of your day with me today. I know that you don't have to, so it warms my heart that you do. Every day I'm surprised by the amount of people that are watching my videos. Thank you so much. Don't forget to tell me in the comments section what your favorites were this month and what your fails were this month. Steer me clear from certain items or steer me towards other items. I'm looking to get into some newer makeup brands and some newer makeup items because I'm getting a little bored. So help me out, guys. Until next time, guys. See you later.